G'day everybody, Mr. D here. Sport wrapped up last night, which is very sad. It's been amazing. There's been so many inspirational and emotional moments, but there's also been a lot of controversy. One of the major controversies has been the heat. Were the athletes actually in danger? Did Japan lie about the heat in their proposal to host? We're going to answer these questions and more, so stick around. So first of all, what actually happened? Well, it was the combination of heat and humidity that caused the major issues. Temperatures hit the mid-30s and the humidity got up to 70 or 80%. As you can see in this image here, this had a devastating impact on the athletes and the sports. This was a common sight at the end of many races, with athletes collapsing, covering themselves in ice and inhaling water. Don't take my word for it, this is what the players said. Medvedev in the tennis said to the umpire, "If I die, are you going to be responsible?" Novak Djokovic, the world's #1 tennis player, said it was the toughest conditions he'd played in 20 years. Venus, the long-distance swimming, said it was like paddling in bathwater. And finally, Bruno Schmidt in the volleyball said the first 2 weeks here were the hottest that I had in my entire life, believe it or not. So could this have actually been avoided? Did Japan lie about the weather in their proposal to host? This is a direct quote. "With many days of mild and sunny weather, this period provides an ideal climate for athletes to perform at their best." So were they lying? Were they exaggerating? Is mid-30 degree weather considered mild? What do you think? So why is the heat such an issue for athletes? Here's just a couple of things that it does and how it impacts the athletic performance. Overall, it can decrease performance because it increases sweating and water loss. You may have seen athletes drinking heaps and heaps of water just to keep themselves functioning, let alone performing at their best. It increases the core body temperature, which can actually be really dangerous. It decreases motor skill, which is really unfortunate for these athletes because every sport and event they are playing relies on exceptional motor skills. It can also affect mental focus and cause lethargy. For most sports, this is again a really bad thing, affecting decision making, accuracy, and more. And finally, it can cause heat stroke and even death. There have been 2 recorded deaths at Olympics because of heat. So what do the Olympics do about this? They rescheduled a number of events, bringing it earlier in the morning to avoid the hottest part of the day. They also moved physical locations, going to the cooler regions of the country for some events. And finally, they allowed extended and more frequent breaks in several sports and events, such as the tennis, soccer, and rugby. What do the players do? Hydration. Some athletes were losing 3 kilograms of water per event. Ice vests, you can see here with Poppy, Australia's skateboarding athlete. They also used cold slushies, stayed under the shade with umbrellas as much as they could, and used protective clothing. Was this enough? So what do you think about all this? Should the athletes just adapt to any conditions? Should the Olympics have not even been given to Japan in the first place? Were athletes actually being put in danger for the viewers' entertainment? I'd love to hear your thoughts about this. Comment below. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing these athletes performing as much as I did. Hope you've been inspired. Get out there, have a go at a sport, pursue your dreams. Thanks everybody. Catch you later.